everyone. Yeah. Sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. So we'll be talking on measurement today because we do some introduction Monday. So today we'll be talking on measurements, how to measure. So we need to know how to measure before going to another process. So we need to finish one process before another. So today our focus for today is measurements. So I would like us to work on measurement. So, ma'am, you will let me measure you so some people can see. By the measure, if I'm measuring, I want to talk. Okay, yes. So, ma'am, where's your pen? So, can we bring out our pen and book so we can jot everything down? Didn't come with book. From work. Yeah, let me write. So this is the measurement for gown. So we'll be working on the shoulder and the sleeve, the waist and the hip, the half length and the full length. Okay, sorry. So this is the measurement for gown. We'll be working on shoulder, sleeve, waist, hip, half length and the full length and under bust. So for skirt, we'll be going for the length. If you want the skirt to be long length, the long one, you can you can make it a long. And if you want it to be a three quarter, you can choose to. So the hip and the waist. So what we need for the skirt is the length, hip and waist. So here we go for the measurement. So for the shoulder, you need to. This is how the tape need to stand. You can't bring the tape like this. the tape needs to go up and ask when you, this is it, from where the joint of the shoulder is to the other joint. So this is 13 and a half. This is giving us 13 and a half. So from there you bring the tape from there, you bring the tape to this side and measure the sleeve. So the sleeve, you ask the person, does he want it short or long or 3/4? So man, do you want it short or long? Short. So is it okay here? So you ask the person and confirm from the person. So you don't just decide on your own. So this he said is okay here. So this is the sleeve. 8. So we get 8 for the sleeve. So you write it down. So the shoulder is 13 and a half. So the sleeve is 8. So we come for the bust. So this is the bust. So this is the bust. The bust is 36 and a half. Are you okay with that one? So you ask the person, is he comfortable with that? So this is 36 and a half. So you come to the waist. You come to the waist. You measure. So this is the waist measurement. So you ask the person, are you okay with that? So he said he's okay with that. So this is 32. This is 32. So we write it down. So we write the waist. The waist is 32. While the bust is 36 and a half. So we go to the hip. So if you want to get the hip, sorry man, you can, since you are still learning, so you can make it like this. You can measure from here, from the joint of the neck. You bring it down where the hip side is. So this is 24. You can get 20. This is 24. So you go to get the hip side. So the hip, this is the hip. So the hip is 40. You ask the person, are you okay with this man? So you bring it down if the thing is not tight. So you bring it down. So we get 40 from the hip. The hip is 40. So we go again. We go for the half length. It's not all gown that has half length. So you can decide to call A-line gown. So this is the half length. The half length is 16. You can see. The half length is 16. So you write 16 down. That's the half length. The half length is 16. So we go for the full length. We go for the full length. So the full length, go down. So this is 58. The tape needs to touch the ground. So this is 58. So if the person wants, you can ask the person, does he want it middle length or full length or short this thing. So if you want it midi, this is midi. So if you want it short, so this is it. So but the full length is what we are working on. The full length is 58. So if you are sewing a bust, a padded gown, so you can measure the under bust. So if you are working on padded gown, so you measure the under bust. So the under bust here is 32. So this is the under bust, because some people might decide not to wear bra before they want to wear this thing. So this is 32. You get 32 for the under bust. So now we'll be working on the sleeve. We measure sleeve. So this is the round sleeve now. The round sleeve. You need to measure the round sleeve to confirm. So the round sleeve there, man, are you okay with this? So the round sleeve here is 13. It's 13, but if you want it tight, because there are some style, it might be tight, so you can do it 12. So it should be a little bit free in the body. So that was it for the gown. So now we'll be working on skirt. So we'll be taking the measurement of skirt. So this is the measurement for skirt. If you want it, you ask the owner, does he want it full the full length? The skirt should it be long? Ma, are you okay with that? But if you want it short, you can measure here. You can measure this is 20. But if you want it 3/4, this is it. 30. So that's it. So for the skirt, 39. So the now what we need next is the waist. What we need next is the waist. So the waist for the skirt. Are you okay with that one? So the waist for the skirt is 33, 33 and a half. So now we'll be working on the hip. So we've already get the hip here, but let me just measure the hip now. So the hip. So the hip here is 40. 40. So you need to free the measurements to be know that to be sure that this thing is not tight. So it's giving us 40. So 40 is okay for her. So that's the measurement for today. So I want our mommy to practice this. So we should be sure that she know what she's learning here. So I will need someone. So I will need someone for mommy to practice. Who should I call? Eh? Who will volunteer? Please. Oh, Sister Debbie, your attention is needed. Sister Debbie, your attention is needed. Please, we want to use this for this thing. So I want you to measure. So this is your customer now. So I want you to measure her. So she's giving you clothes now. So you need to be bold enough to measure her. So let's see what you can do with that. So now you are working on gown. You are working on no ma. You didn't check what you are doing. So the measurement you need now is for gown. So at least you can see what I measure in you. So you do the same thing. No, remember I told you that you start from this joint here, this joint here to the other joint. Yeah. So it's giving us 14. It's giving us 14. So you get you put it like that. Ma, you are not getting it. You are not getting it like that. You need to perfect this. No, I told you the last week that you should practice this thing. So wait, this is it. From this joint, see where this joint is here. The joint, see where the joint is. When you put your wait, don't put the table first, and put your hand here. You see where the joint is here. So this is where the joint is. So what is it giving us? 14. So you put your tape and measure the sleeve. So, no, you ask her, is it long or short? 8. Okay, perfect. So you write it down. Wait. You make sure before you measure, you write what you need. So it will be easy for you. So that's it. Now, we will still work on this. There's no book. We need some sheet of paper. We need some sheet. We need some sheet of paper just to take the measurements. We will manage that. All right. So now I'm writing down the measurement for our new customer. So now, what you measure, you need to write it down. So this is the back, the sleeve, the waist, the hip, the half length, the full length, under bust, around sleeve. So as you measure, you write it down. So you won't forget. So now here is 14. 14 Abi. The sleeve is 8. So now you measure the waist. Make it a little bit tight. No, no. Make it a little bit tight. Ask her. I'm not the one you are measuring. 31. So you write it down. So you measure the bust. Measure the bust. So what is it giving us? 36. So you write it down. The bust. This is the bust. So now the sleeve. You measure the sleeve. So measure the round sleeve. You need to measure the round sleeve. Ask her how did she want it. It should be a little. It should be tight or a little bit free. A little bit free. So that's 13. So you need to ask your client, is he okay? Is he comfortable with the measurement? So you won't do mistake. So now let's go to the half length. Half length. So what is it giving us? So 16. That's good. So the half length is 16. So now you measure if you are sewing padded, I told you. So if you are sewing padded, you will need the round bust. You will need the under bust. Bring it up. So what is it giving us? So the round bust is 30. Wait. The round under bust. This is under bust. 30. So now we are working on the hip. So you measure the hip. It will be easy for you, Ma. You know I told you if you want to measure you measure from here. So it will be easy for you because you are still learning. Yeah. Measure to where the hip is. So no 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 no. Ma, bring it up a little bit. So this is it. So it's 23. 23. So you measure from that place. Measure from that place 23. So it's just in case if you are cutting to know where the hip stop. So that's it. Ma, you are getting it wrong. You are getting it wrong. You can see the way I measure you. So this is not it. You won't get the measurement like this. Now let me show you. Let me show you. You can hold it. So this is 39. So now you bring it down. You can see. So you still get that same. So you bring it down. You still get that same 39. So now you can see what I did. So I want you to do the same thing. Where is the guy? The guy. 39. So you still need to practice more so you can get it. So now write 39. This is the hip. So now we need the full length. We haven't measured the full length. So the full length. So you ask the person, does he want short gown or long gown? Long. So it's because of the heel that he's wearing. So what was that? 57. So you get 57 because of the heel. This is the full length. This is the full length. So now we will be working on skirt. So we will be taking the measurement of skirt. So you ask the customer, is it long or ma your length? You won't take length from here. You come from this side. So if the person wants it high waist skirt, you ask him, is this where she usually put her skirt measure? So you ask her, is it okay here? So you take the boat. What was that? 23. So you take the full length too, so people can see. Yeah. 39. So that was it. So you write the measurement down. No, the short. I thought she said she wants short. I know. So you need to follow what the client said. It's not what she wants. No, I didn't ask you to measure the hip now. The length. The length of the skirt. Okay, I measure the hip. Measure the hip. The hip and the waist. The hip and the waist. Ma, Your are you taking the measurement of the waist or the hip? Waist. All right. Ma, the tape is loose here. Is loose here. So you need to bring it up. The tape is loose. So what is that? 32. Is that what you get in 31? You got 31 there. So that means what you measure here is loose. You can see. We have freed the thing. Does it has allowance? Ma, you free the tape. Does it have allowance? Is that where she usually put her skirts? This thing. So you ask her, is that where she usually put her skirts? So that's 31. Okay, she's comfortable with that. So now you write it down and measure the 31. So now you measure the hips. It's still the same thing. Bring it down. You will make sure this thing is not up. It should stand where the hip is. It should not go down. It's going down like this too. Ma, you are not getting it. You are not getting it. No. I've, you are releasing this tape. You are releasing it and you won't get the right measurement. You won't get the right measurement. And the customer will be complaining because it is what you measure. That's what you so. So you can't get if you get the right measurement, there won't be a need for amendment. So that's the main reason why you need to be good at the measurement. This thing is rough. It's rough. You are not getting the inside at all. You are not getting it. So can you take a look at it now? So now you can see this is where the hip side is. Check the back. Check how does it look there? Eh? So this is 38 and a half. So the measurement we get here is 38 and a half. So you need to be sure of what you are measuring. So you won't make mistake. You can see. So it's still 38 and a half. Nothing changing that. So you need to try it again now. Thank you. Because if you don't get that place right, there will be a lot of mistake when cutting. Ma, all right. What's that? Oh yeah, do the same. Now you get it. So that's it. You write the hip measurements. So that's 38 and a half. So that's the measurement for female. So if you want to take you need to get the measurement right before cutting, because if you don't get the measurement right, there will be a lot of mistake, and the customer will complain. And if the customer keep complaining, they will think you don't know what you are doing, and it was because of the measurement. It was because you didn't get the measurement right. That's why there was mistake in your cutting. So that's why the measurement is so much important. You need to know how to measure so you can get everything right. So if you don't get the measurement right, your cutting there will be blunders in it, a lot of blunders. So your measurement is much more important. So when you get home, you need to practice this and work on it. You practice it, you keep doing it. Because if you don't get the measurement right, your cutting, there will be allowance, and the customer will be complaining that this is not what she wants. That's why you need to ask the customer that is he okay with what you measure. So if the customer said he's okay with that, then you are good to go. And there won't be a mistake in what you cut because you get the measurement right. So that's it for today. So thank you all. So now we'll be working on the measurement of May. So we'll be taking a measurement of Ma. So now we are working on male measurements. So we are through with the female measurement now. So now we are working on male measurements. So for male measurements now, this is what you need. You need for the top, you need the length, you need the back, that's the shoulder. So now you need the sleeve. Now you need the waist, and you need the chest. For the trouser, you need the length, the lap, that's the tight, the waist, and the hip. That's for the trouser. So this is for man. So now, let me hold it. Hello, bro. What's up? Your attention is we are through with the female, so we want to measure man. We are through with female, so male now. Man, yeah. So for the man, man has a wide shoulder. So this is it. So the shoulder, the back is 17. The back is 17. So the sleeve, you ask the client, does he want it long or short? Do you want it long or short? Long. So he said long. So the long sleeve is 22. The long sleeve is 22. So you measure the risk. If the sleeve is going to have conflicts, so you measure the sleeve, the risk of the sleeve. So this is 8. It's giving us 8. So we write it down. So for the back is 17. The sleeve is 22. While the risk is 8. So now we measure the length. We measure the length for the native. So the length, you ask the client, is he okay? Are you okay with this? He said he's okay. So the length is 32. This is for the top. This is the length is 32. It's 32. So now you measure the chest. Man has a wide chest. So the chest, it will be free. It's not like female one that are usually tight. So it will be free at the body. So now we get 39. So the chest is. Are you okay with this? So he said it's okay. So we get 38. The chest is 38. So now we'll be working on the waist. So the waist, mind you, this is not female measurement, so it need to be free at the body. So it need to be free at the body. So now this is the body, which means the waist is 37. So the waist is 37. So this is for the top for me. So now we will be taking the measurement of the trouser. So the length for the trouser is 38. So now we measure the thigh, which we call lap. So the lap is 23. Are you okay with this? It's 23 because many people like their clothes to be fitted. So it's 23. So now you measure the waist. So the waist here is 30. So the waist here is 30. So he said he wanted to be 31, it should be free. So 31. So the hip. So the hip you can use it to do 36. 36. So the waist is 31 while the hip is 36. So that's the measurement for men. So that's it for today. So thank you all. You are all blessed.